Hey YouTube, Make Mine Marvel here with another unboxing and review. This is the Deadpool Heat Seeker, the exclusive version, number 955 out of 1500. Uh, Very excited for this piece. I went out on a limb when this thing first went up for order, even though it was a ton of money. But I said, this thing has a potential for being Statue of the Year. I thought it was a great concept. I really loved how dynamic Deadpool was on it. Love the kissy face stuff that he's doing with the selfie. I think the whole thing captures persona perfectly. I'll put this up against the original Deadpool X-Force premium format to see how it compares. But I may be a little biased in this. I hope it has everything that I expected it to be when I unbox this. I hope I'm not let down by it. I don't think I'm going to be. I've watched a bunch of reviews and videos and pictures so far. So, all right, let's get this thing opened up. All right, so obviously, like a lot of reviews have, it comes with instructions because it does have a ton of pieces. But, I'm a guy, so I'm going to drop those in the box. And I'm pretty sure I don't need instructions to put together a toy. Just kidding. It's a collectible, guys. It's a collectible. They're not toys. All right, let's get this thing opened up and see what we got. Put this down gently so it doesn't hit the Iron Spider-Man behind. There. Alright. There we go. Alright, and there's the unboxing. I have no idea if anything's broken or not because there's a million pieces here. So it's going to be one of those things as we go. You can see the rocket, one of the portraits, base, explosions, and the body, another face for the exclusive portrait, sword with a grenade. That, the one critique is I think that grenade may be way out of scale. It may be a giant grenade. Maybe it says blowing up. Haven't taken a look at it yet, but from pictures, we'll get into that. The selfie stick and gun and sword scabbard and, some other stuff. All right, let's get the base out and take a look at that. All right, in the bottom of the base, Deadpool Heat Seeker premium format. And you see dish side 955 1500. First off, this thing is way bigger than I thought it was for the base, the plate itself. It's bigger than a dinner plate. So, all right. Okay, and there's the explosion itself. You can see, like an IED or some kind of underground explosion mine, whatever he stepped on that blew up underneath an asphalt road, and that's kind of all blowing up. The base is very weighty. It's got great weight, and it is amazing. They've got this like clear resin on top, and then they sculpted an explosion. Probably it looks to be like 2 or 3 inches below this top layer. There's a sculpted explosion. So this whole top layer looks like that concussion blast coming off. The pressure wave before the actual explosion itself, and then pieces of asphalt flying, painted extremely well. Man, I don't even know how people can be upset with using plastics in statues. I know that's the big talk right now. Everybody's all up in arms. Oh, PVC and vinyl and resin, and it's not polystone. Whatever makes the product look good and works is my thought process on it. All right, we get the body out, get the body into the base. It's one big peg into the explosion. His foot sits all the way. You can see how the concussion waves kind of coming around his foot and propelling him off of the explosion. They did a real nice job of painting the foot to give it a lot of like yellow burn hues, to mimic off the explosion. You can see it right there. The yellow, kind of overspray on it to give it like the explosion's reflecting off his boot. And you got, some muddied up stuff. These laces right here, there and there, these were plastic. They move slightly, it's not a hard plastic. So just when you're getting it out of the packaging, just be cognizant of where you're grabbing. Make sure you're trying to not grab them around the legs or anything. You don't want to squish those. That seems like the only stuff that could really snap upon taking him out. Everything else looks to be awesome. Kind of gave this a quick glance before I put in the base. Doesn't look like I got any paint errors or anything. Everything looks to be right where it should be. I really love the suit on this. How it's got, you know, gives more of the leather look on the red, and then the quilted, more of a combat style. Looks like it's a little bit of extra padding on the black. You know, kind of like you would expect a mercenary suit to be. Done super nice, really well detailed. Everything on here is sculpt so far. Whether it's a mix of resin, plastic, polystone, all that kind of stuff. It really works for the statue. Alright, I wanted to get a good look at this right here, because this is a pretty neat, really cool how Sideshow engineered this. So these little plastic tabs, you can see, well, maybe, okay, so you can see I'm moving them here pretty easily. They're pretty pliable, so real soft plastic. And they did that because, the focus is going to be a ball buster. Hold on. Alright. Maybe. Way off. Alright, so those little pegs right there on the ends of these little plastic things, there are, let's see if we can see them. Yep, there they are. There's little holes right up in here on both sides. Now, in order to get the little magnetic block in there and to line the little pins up, obviously they made it so you can kind of slightly adjust and move these as you need to line that up. So let's give that a go and see how that looks. It worked really nice. So you can see there, after you get it in, there's that little button that's right inside there. Lines up real well with that. So it did a really nice job of getting that in there. And as a lot of people have mentioned, the 3 little extra explosions, they are color coded. They're little magnets. They fit right in, real nice and easy. Okay, the rest of the pieces I took out and laid them out because I just think we can see them a little better this way. We can talk them out a little bit easier. Let's just start off with the gun, the explosion of the bullet here. I think this is done real well. The gun looks real nice. You can see the what I like about this is the accuracy. So you have the casings coming out of the weapon. You know, they don't have bullets inside them. They're empty shell casings like they should be, being ejected out of the weapon. They're being, so that's pretty good right there. I'm not sure particular, this weapon, I don't know what design it is, but I know most weapons discharge on the right side though. So this weapon here, it's, discharging the spent brass on the left side of the weapon, I believe, or nope, maybe I'm wrong here. Just trying to see which way he's holding it. Yeah, no, it's being discharged on the left side of the weapon, when normally they're ejected on the right side. I don't know if this particular whatever model this is supposed to replicate does have shell casings that eject on the left. So I don't know if that's an accuracy failure or not. But it's cool. It's got some no optics on this, but looks like he's got some kind of laser rangefinder stuff attached to the weapon. Whatever. It's nice. It's nice. It's nicely done. Painted well. The hand is sculpted well, like the gloves with looks like the knuckle reinforcement and everything there. So now again, good accuracy on this too. Here you've got an actual bullet being discharged from the gun. It's a really cool concept. Again, I love how this statue plays to everything that you think about Deadpool. He's over the top. He's animated. The merc with the mouth kind of a thing. So I think it's done well. And again, it's a bullet in there, not an entire round with the casing still on. I've seen that done before, not in this kind of thing, but it's the accuracy of having an actual bullet with no casing on it. So it's nicely done on there. The explosion is probably a little bit big for what, you know, actually comes out of the barrel of what looks to be a submachine gun. So anyways, we'll get putting these together in a little time after I just kind of talk about the pieces here. The missile, really cool. It's heavy, it's big. Yeah, it's neat looking. It really is. You know, you've got obviously explosion of the tail of the rocket booster there is gets inserted in the slot, but it's pretty neat. Got a little bit of styrofoam on there. Very neat. And then the explosion tail. I'm sorry, the you know, the rocket tail there. Really well done. Got some nice. It's clear resin, just like the base and stuff is. Painted more so and less opaque here. And as you move down, you can kind of, you know, see through it a little bit better. Really, really nicely done. The selfie stick. It's pretty simple. You know, so what kind of gets me about this is, yeah, it looks like a phone, but it kind of just looks like a flat piece of plastic, like a playing card that's supposed to be a phone. They could have made this part a little meatier to give it, you know, a little more substance to be a phone. I like all the the accuracy of looks like, you know, all the where the screws are, and so you can articulate it, and the ability to extend the selfie stick. It's done well that way. Somebody had mentioned that they wish they did an actual mirror or reflective surface in there instead of the sticker, so it actually makes a real reflection of the statue. I think that would have been cool. I think this is also really cool how they did, you know, the makes it look like he's taking the picture right there. Again, love this exclusive. I think it's an awesome exclusive for this statue, with the kissy face too. It speaks volumes to what Deadpool's all about. He's got all this chaos going around him, and he's still joking around, taking a selfie in mid battle here. And again, task for the hand. It's another nice paint job. The glove. I wonder if they actually got underneath his finger. I don't know if the focus is going to allow me. I'm going to take a look at it and put this down. I wonder if underneath his finger he has a little button to take the you know, the picture with on the selfie stick. But I'll let you know. All right. The faces. So there's your regular portrait. There's not a ton of detail in these faces. You know, they got a couple little stretch lines around the mask where, you know, you can kind of see his eyebrows and his you know, around the cheek area. The first premium format had much more expression in the face. I did like that more about the regular premium format, or the first premium format. The second head, the exclusive head, is pretty much the same thing, except you can see obviously under here he's making you know, the kissy face and winking, but still not a ton of expression lines on the mask. But it's nice. It's well painted. It's well done. This thing here, the sword. The sword seems to be real metal, but this is my biggest gripe about the statue. This is heavy. The metals, you know, I believe the sword's real metal, which is real nice. But this grenade is, even though it's exploding, and I know it's breaking apart, they did a great job with what it is. Pineapple grenade with the explosion. So kind of one of the things that, you know, for accuracy wise, when you throw a hand grenade, and I'm no nitpicking, but obviously the spoon is not attached to the grenade. That comes off right when you throw it, before the grenade, you know, gets to the part where it detonates. So the spoon should probably be off of it. And then also the freaking grenade is way out of scale with the rest of the statue. Let me put it next to his chest without breaking anything. And you can see how big, like if those are his pouches, the grenade should be about the size of a pouch, you know, to stay within quarter scale. This grenade is like, I don't know, 2 times the large. It's just way out of scale. It's huge. I get what they're trying to do. It's a focal point of the statue, and I think to make what they wanted to happen, they had to kind of make it this big. But man, is it, you know, it's like throwing a friggin' bowling ball and not a hand grenade to the size of it. But really cool how it's blowing up and he's slicing it right in half. All right, let's get this thing together. All right, so one important note. The flame for me, and this is for me, the flame only went into one way into the rocket. Now the slot looks like it is could be done both ways, and let me get you a better idea of what I mean by this. I'm going to try and put the camera down for a second and get you a better view. All right, so the slot in the back of the rocket, looks like the flame could either go this way or could go this way into the rocket. It can't. It can only go one way. I tried putting it this way at first, and it was really, really tight. Didn't go all the way. Stopped before I broke anything. Just turned it this way, and it slid right in. So I don't know if that's particular to mine, but just want to be something you should be aware of. All right, and there is the Deadpool Heat Seeker all set up with the regular face and the regular gun, or the gun hand. Let's get some spin arounds on this. This piece is real tall. Let me get you spin it this way. And now I can back up and kind of show you how tall it is. It's a real good height to it. With the extension of the sword there and everything. This thing is awesome. Wicked cool. Really very nicely done. Yeah, you just look like it's just full of action. This pose is just awesome. The statue is really nice. All right, let me put the exclusive parts on. And there are the exclusive parts, the exclusive face. Just really cool. And then and they line it up perfectly. I mean, that shot, if I can get it right, looking right over his shoulder, it's right where it would be. So that they get a really nice job of mirroring the image that would actually be taken right now. Oh, by the way, there is no button under his finger on the stick. That to take the selfie or however it works. I don't know. I've never used a selfie stick before. It's probably like telepathic or something. I don't know. Apple does some amazing things. All right, let me get the Deadpool X-Force and get that side by side. All right, so let's start off a little comparison here on the size of the swords. You can see here the swords are the same size, which is really cool. Sideshow does a great job of keeping all of their quarter scale statues, no matter when they were done, how long they came out ago, whatever it is, all their quarter scale statues remain the same scale. They do a great job of making sure they keep the scale integrity so they can display really nicely. And you can see just the swords being the same exact size, same exact length. It's a great indication of that. Also here, we'll just pop the heads next to each other. Sorry, terrible camera work. You can see the heads are the same size too. So they've done a great job of keeping that consistency. Now you can see what I mean by like the folds and creases in the original premium format. The mask, it just gives a little bit more expression. That whole, gives that eyebrow raise, big eye, little eye kind of thing. Deadpool's giving the stink eye going on here. So let me back up some. Kind of get both together. Both really nice statues. So let's see. I'm not going to say which one's better or which one's not. I like them both. If I could only get one, though, if I only had one in my collection, I don't know. It's too new for me to recognize. I'm kind of riding the new Deadpool high, so maybe I'd pick the regular Deadpool, but the X-Force is really nicely done too. It's great. So what I don't like about, reason why I didn't order the original Deadpool premium format, the one in the red costume when it came out, obviously I had the option. I was collecting when it came out. I didn't like the costuming on it. I don't dig this chest thing. I think it's horrible. That was really the major drawback for me. and I don't know, I didn't think it speaks too much about Deadpool. The X-Force version I like a little bit more because I like the X in the middle here. Um, the black and the black leather with the silver straps and the black and gray outfit I think is better than the red and black of the original one. I just liked it more. So when the X-Force version came out, I jumped all over it. Plus, I like the swords too a little bit better than the gun. But that's my opinion. I'm glad I waited because now I get the red and black version, costume in a totally different statue here. So I'm very happy with my decision to wait on that. Yeah, and that's where I got him, with the rest of the X-Men down there. So you can see the size on him. He's big. You zoom in so I can stay out of the light and still get you kind of a shot. You see the sword just comes up to the very bottom of the shelf. For this being such a big piece with a big base, it actually fits fairly well on my shelf. I'm sure it'll fit in a Besta. I don't know. I don't have Bestas, but I'm sure it'll probably squeeze in there. But yeah, I really, really like it. I think it looks great. Fits in with the collection very nicely. Got his first appearance back there behind him. Little 9-4 on that. Domino's first appearance behind her. And I got a Sabretooth locally from a buddy. I got to pick up, but I'll be excited to do a video of that one too. All right. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. Hope you liked the video. I can't believe this went 22 minutes. I'm sorry I wasted your time. Take care. Bye.